Hi there everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here, another episode of Test Pack Please Ignore 2. So at the end of my last episode, I had been setting up some of this Applied Energistics 2 stuff. We're going to be carrying on with this today in a second, but first thing I really want to say is that finally I have found a Division Sigil! Yes! Only took me searching through about 20 to 30 dungeon chests scattered either in dungeons, mine shafts, or Thorncraft Greatwood trees that have like spider spawners under them. Jesus Christ, I've been searching for like the last few weeks to try and find one of these damn things, and I finally found one. So I think in the next episode what I might do is actually perform the Division Sigil ritual. I've already got the armour for it, so I should be fairly well protected. All I really want to do then is make myself an excavator with Silk Touch, start the ritual, grab myself a load of cursed earth so I can actually set myself up a mob spawner, which will be quite nice. Reason being is that I want to use it for starting to get a little bit more ender pearls and stuff like that, which will be quite nice. So I'll be doing that in the next episode. But for now, what I really want to be getting along with is automating these kind of systems around here. So first things first, what I really want to do is let's automate this charger. So what I'm going to need is a couple of chests. One and a two. There we go. Couple of chests. We're going to turn these into hoppers. There we go, with some iron. 2 hoppers. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this, I think. Yeah. Oh yeah, also what I did off camera was upgraded all of my hardened flux ducts to these enhanced energy conduits. So if we go to conduit, these are from Ender.io. You make them using this conduit binder, which you get from gravel, sand, and clay. It makes 8 from this one recipe. Then when you smelt it, you get 4 conduit binder, and then you need this energetic alloy, which you get from redstone, gold, and glowstone. You then combine them together, you get these enhanced energy conduits. They transmit 5,120 RF per tick, which is quite nice. So if you compare that to flux ducts, actually better. No, it's not quite as good as redstone energy flux ducts, but they are considerably easier to put together, put it that way. Plus, once I finally got some more ender pearls after setting up a mob farm from the Division Sigil ritual, I should finally be able to what's what I'm looking for? Yeah, get together some of the item conduits from that as well, as they require. So if we go back to conduit, because you can have these item conduits actually running in the same block as these energy conduits. Same with the fluid and also ME conduits. So we can have ME conduits and ME dense conduits, which is quite nice. So I'll probably be using the Ender.io versions of the conduits from what's the word I'm looking for? Applied Energistics. So these are kind of a compatible mod. We've also got gas conduits, which I suppose you could probably use for mechanism. Yes, mechanism compatible gases, which is quite nice. So you can even have mechanism things it's compatible with, which is all really nice. So yeah, these conduits, you can basically use these in place of ME cables, I believe. So instead of having to make, if we get to ME, let's go to cable. So instead of having to use these ME cables right here, wherever they've gone, so I'm guessing it's covered cable, sorry, ME glass cable, that's what I'm looking for. So instead of using these, which is quartz fiber and pure fluix crystal, we will be using the Ender.io conduits instead, which is very similar. So it's still 2 fluix and a quartz fiber. So it's basically the same recipe plus this conduit binder, then transfers it to make it compatible with Ender.io, and we can have it kind of running up parallel to energy streams, item streams, stuff like that. And also, we can also cover it up with a facade as well. Now, I'm trying to remember how you make that. Conduit facade, there we go. So that's just a lot of conduit binder, makes a conduit facade, and then we need a painting machine. Don't know if that's coming up on here, but that's basically what I'm going to be doing with that, which is quite cool. But let's get on with automating this. So I'm going to wrench this up real quick, because I'm going to change about how this is all orientated anyway in a second, as I do have some of these enhanced energy conduits free, so they're almost as good as the redstone. What's the word I'm looking for? The flux duct, redstone flux ducts. The Ender energy conduits are even better. These require vibrant alloys, however, which you get from energetic alloy and ender pearls. So this is a bit more expensive and it's a bit more time consuming as well, but still not too bad. What else did I want to show you. I was thinking of showing you something else, and my brain's completely gone there, so I'll just ignore it for now. Oh yeah, so they transmit 20,000. If we go back to flux duct, resonant. So the resonant energy flux, so it still doesn't really match up to flux ducts, but they're just way more convenient. So what I'm doing here is that what I'm going to do is kind of set up a little system for generating charged Certus quartz. So what I'm going to do is put a chest down there. What I'm going to need is one hopper there, the charger there. Is that connecting up? Or is that going to have to come in from behind? Huh. Interesting. So let me wrench that down for a second. I just want to figure out what side this can take energy conduits from. It seems it can only take it from the top or the bottom. Interesting. So let me wrench that real quick. Just want to test that. So I think what you can do is build this up one more. Put the charger in on top like so. Then we want the power coming in at the top like that. And then I think what I really need is to have the hopper coming in from the side. There we go, like that. So then what I'm going to try and do is let's grab some just ordinary Certus quartz. We'll grab 10 of it. Put that in there. So that's going to hopper into there. Okay, yep, that's done. That's gone to charge Certus quartz, but the hopper isn't pulling it out from below. But once that flicks over to charge Certus quartz, we shall see. Come on, there we go. Ah, look, it's pulled it out. It's actually made 2 already. And that should... right, it would be going into the chest if I had it correctly orientated. There we go. There we go. So that's already automated. That's a nice little quick way of automating the production of charged Certus quartz. So you've got to remember that the charger can only accept power from the top or the bottom. You can have a hopper with Certus quartz going in from the side, pull it out from the bottom using another hopper, and that just goes into a chest. So that's fairly neat. The only way I could make that more compact, I suppose, would be to what am I thinking? Would basically be to have like a tesseract or something that would just like push power in from the top. But that's not too bad at the moment. I could probably sort this out by making some facades and having the power come in from, I don't know, the side or something. Would be slightly neater. Sorry, I just had to itch something behind my ear, like taking my headphones off. Sounds really weird when you're like, I'm so used to recording with headphones on, and then you suddenly hear your voice without them. It's like, oh, that sounds like really, really crazy. Right, where were we? So what I really need to do now is set up Steve's factory manager stuff. So if we go back to Steve's, oopsie-daisy, factory manager. Right, so first things first, what we're going to need to make is this inventory manager. So we're going to need to make this multi-core processor, which we get from 4 calculation processors, 4 fluix dust, and a silicon. And I think I already have them made. So we've got 4 calculation processors, 4 fluix dust, and a piece of silicon. Grand. So that should make us the ME multi-core processor. Fantastic. We also need to make some of these formation cores and annihilation cores. These are fairly straightforward. These are Certus quartz, charged Certus quartz, sorry, or pure, or no, any kind of Certus quartz. It doesn't really matter. It could be charged, uncharged, or pure. Fluix dust and a logic processor. Now, I made some of these logic processors off camera. I also made some, obviously got Certus quartz, and then we need fluix dust. So to make the annihilation cores and the formation cores, it's basically the same recipe, but in reverse. Oh no, sorry, one requires nether quartz, my bad. I thought it was the same recipe, but in reverse, but it turns out it's not. I've forgotten about that. Sorry, one's nether quartz and one is ordinary Certus quartz. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. So we've got some formation cores and some annihilation cores, which is good. So we should now be able to put that together once I found myself some smooth stone. Okay. There we go, there's some smooth stone. Who was it on Reddit that tell me that I say marvellous too much? Because now I'm really paranoid that I'm like going to be saying it all the time now. There we go. Yeah, because obviously a couple of you guys have been recommending me on Reddit, which has been fantastic. Thanks for that, guys. It's always nice to have you promote my channel for me, because I don't really like to do that kind of thing myself. Whoops-a-daisy. As it's kind of, I see it as self-promotion and a bit kind of unsubtle. I'd rather do that kind of thing more subtly by just being a member of the community rather than being like, look at me, look at me, look at my channel. But I honestly don't mind it when you guys do it, because it's you promoting me, and it feels way less cheap. Well, it doesn't feel cheap at all. It's like, oh great, I've actually got fans that are willing to promote my material. So I'd like to say thank you for that, guys. It's much appreciated whenever you do mention me in forum or comments posts. So yeah, just a little thank you to you guys. Right, okay, so what I want to do next is I need to make some of this inventory cable. That's what I need. So because this is the machine inventory manager. This is where we're going to program the Steve's factory manager to do all of this automated stuff. But what we're going to need to do is connect up all of these machines using some of this inventory cable. Right, so we're going to need to make some of these weighted pressure plates first. So let's do that. Next, we're going to need we need flux dust. So it's similar to like a what's the word I'm looking for? Brain study going here. It's similar to a flux cable kind of thing. We need some glass. There we go. Marvellous. Just said it there. Jesus Christ. Ugh. And now I'm going to be really conscious of every time I say the word marvellous. Thanks to you guys on Reddit making me conscious. Right. Here we go. So, that... I want a second recipe. Oh, right, because I need 2 more pressure plates, don't I? There we go. Right, so I think that might be enough for now, because what I'm going to need to do is, so these are kind of, these kind of look very garish, but I like them. I like the inventory cable. So I've connected up all of these inscribers with inventory cable. I'm also going to need to put a chest down there. So we're going to need a couple of chests for kind of just as another inventory to put things in. So one chest is going to go there. One chest will be for when I try and automate this in a second. So this is what I'm going to be using for automating my what's the word I'm looking for? Production of brain study going here. Production of the circuits, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, these things here. So the processors, not the circuits. And the way I'm going to be doing that, like I said, is these factory managers. So this is how this thing works. So you go into this this inventory here. So what we're going to do is go create a command group, because what we're going to be doing is this is going to allow me to kind of create certain programs for different things. So I don't get like everything all muddled up, because you only get a certain amount of space for all these kind of like nodes and stuff. So this is going to be processors. There we go. Okay, hit save, open it up. So this basically gives us like another workspace to work on. So we're into, this is our first command. So what we're going to need to do is create a trigger. So you can use all sorts of things for triggers. You can use redstone signals, like buttons, things like that. But we're just going to use a trigger. So it's just going to do it automatically. We're going to need to create an input. So I'm going to need 5 of these, I think. Oh no, we're going to need 10 of these altogether. So, because it's 1 for each machine. So we're going to be having things inputted from here, outputted into all these chests, and then the other way around, so inputting from these inscribers back into the chest. Right, so I'm going to need 10 triggers altogether. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm then going to need to have trigger, input, and output. There we go. And then we're going to need another 5 triggers. I'm just trying to like line this up, make it look fairly neat. This is the fun thing about Steve's Factory Manager, is actually trying to like neaten everything up. I'm going to be like really OCD about this all right now. So there we go. Marvellous. So that's all. So all the triggers are done. We now need to put in all the inputs. This is the slow part about Steve's Factory Manager, is getting all your nodes in the first place. And then once these are all down, this is where the fun begins. So let's get all these in. We now need a load of outputs. Sorry about this. I'm thinking of cutting away here and then showing you the finished product in a second, maybe. Yeah, let's do that, because otherwise it's going to take forever. So I will see you guys in a second. Okay guys, so everything is now in place. So let me just start to show you what the actual command, how you input the commands before. So what I'm probably going to do is show you a few ways of how you work this, then go and complete the rest of the thing myself real quick. And then once I've shown you this working, I can then get started on the Crystal Growth Accelerator instead. So let me show you how this works. So what we're going to need to do is target an inventory. So this is our input inventory. So we want to start from this chest over here. This is like our master chest. Probably want to upgrade this to something like an iron chest or something like that later on. So I've just realised I cannot open that with that inventory cable there. So what I'm going to do real quick, knock that out, punch up this chest. So yeah, this is one of the things you got to get used to. So let me do that. So what I'm going to do is grab some inventory cable like so and put the chest down, say here instead, so I can actually get things in and out, which would be quite nice. Right, okay, so that's done. We've still got quite a bit of inventory cable left, which is not too bad. So what we're going to need to do, like I said, we're going to need to target that chest. That's going to be what we're going to be putting all the items in that we want to turn into the processors. So say, for example, I want to create a calculation processor. I'm going to put one of these pure certus quartz in, one piece of silicon, one piece of redstone, and then the program should just automatically run through it all and shit. That's mind my French there. Shove out a processor at the end, which would be quite nice. So right, so we're going to target that chest. Doesn't matter, because with chests, they can basically have items pulled out from whichever direction they want. So when it comes to the target thing, I just tend to click on the first one, which is down, items, and then we want silicon. So I've got to search for it. So it's taking its time. We want this particular kind of silicon. So this is the Ender IO silicon. And then the output, what we want is we want this inscriber right here. So I'm looking at my coordinates. We're at 652. 79714. So I want which one I'm looking for? 65170. We want 714. That's the one we want. So the Z coordinate is 714. That's exactly what we want. So for that one, we want target. Now I've got to remember which way you target things in here. So let me double check this with a piece of silicon. So let me try and get this right. So I'm going to put some silicon in there, because this is how I'm going to test it. So I want one piece of silicon in there, and I want to be able to test this out. So inventories, that inscriber, target. Now I've got to remember, is it up? No, it's so which direction am I facing this way? I'm facing west, so I think I want it pulling out from the south, which is that way, I think. So at least the compass reorientates itself, which is quite nice. So yeah, I want to. Oh no, sorry, I want it pulling out from north. Sorry, so that's north apparently. Okay, so target north, I think. Which is pulling out from the side. And items, it doesn't matter. So it's gone in. Excellent. There we go. I think that went in. It went in, so that's a good thing. So target north was right, apparently, so that went in there, which is good. So that's made the printed silicon. Fantastic. And then what we can then do to pull it out is we do targets. We want to target that inscriber again. Target, I think I want... I thought north was the right one. We'll try north again. Items. Let's go back to silicon. This will take a second to sort through everything. So we want that silicon... printed silicon, and then output, we want to put it back into that chest, target down, and let's see if it pulls it out. It did. Excellent. Put it back. Fantastic. That's exactly what we wanted to do. So that's how you target that. So what I really need to do now is let's do the calculation one and then do the final one. So let's do input, and not that one. We want the chest, target down, items, we want quartz. Once it finally comes up, so we've got quite a few items to. So we want pure. Maybe I can just search for pure. Might be slightly quicker. I know. There we go. Pure certus quartz. Fantastic. Output inventories. Right. We need to get the right ones. We need the calculation press, which is this one, which is the one at 713. Okay. So output. Inventories 713. So it's usually the furthest away. So the way this works is that the ones that come up first here are the ones that are closest to the machine inventory. And then as you get progressively further away, that's when they come further down the list. So obviously the chest is the one furthest away, so that's the one that comes last. So I think we can start to work this backwards. So inventories, target north, I think I wanted again. Items doesn't matter, so let's try this out. So we'll need to take a piece of pure certus quartz, drop it in there. It's going to be pulled out, put in there, and it is pressing. And there we go. It's made a printed calculation thing. So then we want inventories. We want that inscriber again. Target north. Items want printed, don't we? So we want the printed calculation circuit. Marvelous. Then we want to output that back to the chest. Target doesn't matter. We just do down. And that should be back in there. Excellent. So let's also get a piece of redstone so we can do this final bit. So what we need to do now is put everything into this final one here. So this is going to be like our master one. This is what's going to put everything together right at the end. So what we need to do is, let's go to the last one, as I'm going to be doing the gold and the diamond ones on this one. But let's do inventory. So we want the chest, down, items. So we want red. No. This is where the problem's going to start, because I'm going to need to do multiple things here, because I'm going to need at least 3, I think. Yeah, because I can't have all these all going in at the same time. So I'm going to need to add in some more things, I think. I'm almost tempted to make like another little command group. Because I can't really fit in all the ones I want, because I need to fit in at least 2 more of these nodes either side. Yeah. Right, okay, so let me just have a quick shuffle, see if I can fit them in. I'll be back in a second. Okay, guys, so I'm back. So I've had a little bit of a reorganize. I realized I only needed 1 more column's worth of things, because we're only pulling 1 final thing out at the end. So I just needed a couple more triggers and inputs just to get all this sorted. So now what I've got to do is start doing putting everything together. So like I said, we've got the target. Let's try north. Output. Sorry, oops, daisy. No, one down, sorry. Inventories, chest, and then what I want to pull out is the printed. Let's try this. So maybe might have to go up and down. I'm not sure how this is going to work yet. So let's try printed. Where is that going to? That's completely the. Oh no, that is the right one. So what am I doing? Hang on. So input inventories at that chest, down items. Whoops, daisy. I want printed. And I want printed silicon. I want to see where this goes. So output to this inscriber here, so the one closest. Target north, I think. No, deactivate. I want up, I think. There we go. Where did that put it in? Crap. Is that gonna work? So that's not working. So inventories, that inscriber here, 710. Target up didn't work. Let's try north. That didn't work either. So how am I looking at this? So maybe try target west. So I'm doing the silicon, right? Yeah, silicon, target. Oh, maybe it's got to go to deactivate that. Let's activate down. Is it going to go in there? No. It's weird. Right. So, output inventories, inscriber, target. South maybe? Or try east and west. Let's try west. Nope, it's not working at all. That's really weird. Let me try this again. So the input is from that chest. Target, let's deactivate north as well. Items printed silicon, right, that's whitelisted. So I want to put in that inscriber. Target west. Why are you not putting anything in there? I've tried like every single orientation, so oh, that's because I've managed to do that. That's why. Whoopsie daisy. Let's see if it's put it in there. I managed to blacklist it by accident, so west isn't working. Ugh, always helps if you do the right thing here. So target, deactivate that, and let's do up. Anything? Nope, that hasn't done anything either. Deactivate. Try down. Nope, that's not doing anything either. Let's try north next. We'll get this right eventually. So it's not putting that printed silicon in. I wonder if I can try it with the redstone instead. So let's try it with input, inventories, this chest, target down, items, redstone. There we go. And then output, I want it to output to this inscriber, target, I can't see it, north I think it was, wasn't it, on the other one? Items doesn't matter. Okay, so the redstone's gone in, excellent, that's one thing. We'll also try, so let's try input, this chest, target down, items, we'll try printed, come on, printed calculation circuit. Output, inventories, inscriber, target, not north. I don't think that's going to work, is it? No, north's not worked. So target up. Ah, that's worked that time. So then let's also then try go back to here. Target. So on that. So I want to delete that. That's why. Is that why that's not working? Let me just delete the output. There we go. Let's try a new output with that silicon. I think that's why it's not working. It's still blacklisted for some reason. So output, inscriber, target. So which one did I target that one at? Target was down. Let's try targeting up. Items. Oh no! I don't want anything there. Because that's just the silicon. That do anything? Ah, it did do that. Ah, fantastic. It worked that time. So that's all set up now for the printed silicon. And then all we need to do for this one is also do printed gold. Oops, I did not want to do that. So gold and engineering. So that's all set up for later on. So when we want to start doing the other two circuits, so all we need to do is go back and do these ones for the gold and diamond one. So finally, we want to do target, that inscriber, target north, items, processor. And we want calculation, engineering, and logic. There we go. Excellent. So that should then pull that out of there. Oh no, we still need to do an output. So to that chest, target, down, done. Pulled it out. Yep, it has. Excellent. So that's all automated. So I would try that again, except the fact that I don't have another piece of charge circuit course handy. So let me just do the gold quick. So, oops, daisy. Chest, down, items, gold, output. We want the logic one, which is target. Oops, daisy. I want that one. Target north, activated. Yep, that's all good. And then let's pull it out. So target that inscriber, north, items, processor or circuit, isn't it? So I want that one. There we go. So let's try this again. So is that all done? Output. Sorry, I need to go to that chest. Target down. There we go. So let's get a piece of gold, piece of redstone, and a piece of silicon. And go boom, boom, boom. That's all going to disappear. So the redstone's automatically gone in there. The silicon's gone into that one. The gold has gone into that one. They'll be taken out and put back into there, which it has done. Excellent. Boom. One logic processor taken out and put back into the chest. So there, that's all set up. Next, we've got the crystal growth accelerator. So I'm going to dash away quick, set all this up, and then come back once it's ready to go. So I will see you guys in a second. Okay guys, so I'm back. So as you can see, what I've done is I've put all of these crystal growth accelerators on top of inventory cables, which is quite nice. I could probably delete that inventory cable there. I don't think it's entirely necessary. Also, what I did is in there, what I've also put is something called an item valve. Now this you make with a piece of inventory cable, a dropper, which is cobblestone, and a piece of redstone, a hopper, which you saw me make earlier, and one of these ME interfaces, which I used up the second annihilation and formation cores from making the machine inventory, a couple of pieces of glass and some iron. You then make the ME interface, and that makes the, oops, daisy, the ME interface kind of facade instead. So this is a block, whereas this doesn't really take up a block from what I remember. Combine all them together, you get an item valve, and all that item valve does is either spew things up out of it or sucks things in, depending on which way around you've got things. Now, I think they're almost grown, so what I've done, let me show you the program. This is really simple. It literally just takes two triggers, two inputs and two outputs. So what I've got is got my input, which is this chest right here. And basically what I've got is it's taking out Certus quartz seeds, nether quartz seeds, and fluic seeds, nether quartz, charged Certus quartz, and redstone. Outputting that to the item valve, which is spewing it out into the water, which is what we need to grow these things in. That's almost done by the looks of things. So basically what that item valve does, it spews it out straight upwards into that pool of water there, which is what we need. I think that just got sucked in by the item valve, which it did. So that successfully made the pure Certus Quartz seed. So basically what that does is it takes any of those items, puts it into that item valve. You need to have it set to up, spews it out up into the water. Then, once everything's finished doing, we've got the inventory, that item valve again, target up, so it's looking above it. And then what I've basically got that item valve looking for is Fluix crystals, and then any of the pure versions of these. So basically whenever it's either created the Fluix crystal or any of the seeds are fully grown, it will find them, and then what it will do is it will take it back and put it in the chest. So let me just show you with some Fluix crystals. So grab a piece of charged Certus Quartz, piece of redstone, piece of nether quartz. As you can see, I've already got 6 in there as I've been trying it out. They'll get sucked out, they'll get put in there, and then in a second we'll get 8 back. Look at that. How beautiful is that? That is one beautiful thing. Also works with the seeds. So basically, before I came back on camera, I put some of the what's the word I'm looking for? So to combine together some Certus Quartz and some sand, made the really basic little seeds, put them in there, left it going, and then as you saw right at the end there, it sucked it back and put it in the chest. So this is all fully automated now. Grand. This is what I like to see. So some real simple programs which can basically just fully automate this. All you need to do is just provide the resources, basic resources in these chests, and it will spew it back out again for you. Fantastic. So I think that's enough for this episode. Quick question, comment question of the video will be, what is your favourite automation mod? So there's obviously things like Steve's Factory Manager and Applied Logistics, what I'm working towards. There's also things like logistics pipes, Buildcraft, Ender.io, anything which basically adds any sort of logistics or automation or anything like that. So what is your favourite automation mod? Mine's probably Applied Logistics, with things like Steve's Factory Manager and Ender.io a close second with its awesome item conduits. So yeah, that's my favourite. Let me know what your favourite is below. So apart from that, don't forget to comment and like if you've enjoyed the episode. Apart from that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.